The conversation on The View took an intense and emotional turn recently when a viral video involving French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife, Brigitte Macron, made its way into the Hot Topic segment. The video, which quickly gained traction online, showed Brigitte appearing to either shove or lightly slap her husband in the face, a moment that sparked widespread speculation, humor, and even concern across social media. As the clip made its rounds, the co-hosts of The View began to weigh in on what they thought was really going on behind the scenes of that moment. But it was Whoopi Goldberg who stepped in forcefully to shut down the debate, urging everyone, both on the show and watching at home, to think twice before jumping to conclusions about someone else's relationship. Right from the start, Whoopi made her position clear. She found the media frenzy over the video invasive and, frankly, uncomfortable. People make decisions about stuff they don't know anything about, she said. With decades of experience under her belt and having lived through her own public scrutiny, Whoopi's words carried a weight of personal experience. She expressed frustration with the way narratives get twisted online, explaining that even when public figures try to explain themselves, like saying they were just joking around, people often refuse to believe it. And in this case, Emmanuel Macron had already publicly addressed the video, saying that it was nothing more than playful banter between him and his wife. But, of course, that didn't stop the internet from dissecting every frame like a courtroom drama. The conversation took a more complex turn when Joy Behar chimed in to comment on the couple's well-known 25-year age gap. That's really a big difference, she noted, suggesting that the dynamic between the two might be unconventional. Sarah Haynes added to the narrative by bringing up the origin story of the couple's relationship, one that's been widely reported on over the years. Emmanuel Macron met Brigitte when he was just 15 years old, and she was a teacher at his private school in France. The relationship raised eyebrows at the time and continues to fuel discussion, especially in moments like these. Haynes pointed out that the early imbalance in their dynamic could still raise important questions about power and influence in the relationship. But that's where Whoopi drew a firm line. She challenged the idea that any of that background information was relevant to the video being discussed. "What does any of that have to do with this?" she asked, clearly exasperated. For Whoopi, the issue was not about dissecting someone's past or theorizing about their marriage. It was about respecting personal boundaries and not making assumptions based on a few seconds of unclear footage. She even got up and tried to demonstrate what she believed actually happened in the video, a light, playful gesture, by mimicking it with Haynes on set. The moment was awkward, as Haynes physically leaned away from Whoopi during the demonstration, reinforcing just how differently the situation was being perceived even among the co-hosts. As the clip replayed on screen, Goldberg stood by her interpretation, saying she didn't see aggression or disrespect. She saw a moment that, in her view, had been completely blown out of proportion. Meanwhile, Haynes remained firm in her stance that the interaction didn't look entirely innocent to her. "I saw embarrassment," she said, pointing to the body language and public setting of the incident. The disagreement revealed just how subjective video footage can be, and how our own experiences, biases, and cultural lens can drastically shape the way we interpret what we see. This moment on The View wasn't just about a viral video. It was about how easily stories spiral out of control in the digital age, especially when they involve public figures. It was also a reminder that not every clip tells the whole story, and that maybe, just maybe, we should pause before deciding what's going on in someone else's marriage. Whoopi's message was clear: respect people's privacy, stop turning everything into a spectacle, and understand that not everything needs to be overanalyzed. Sometimes a playful gesture is just that, and the rest is none of our business.